Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be discussing another lovely Halloween film for you today. However, some of you may not consider it altogether lovely because I will warn you, it is a remake of a Roger Corman film. It is a film directed by the great Wynorski. And Wynorski is not known for being politically correct. This film, on occasion, is politically correct. Is there nudie? Yes. Is there blonde nudie? Yes. Is there brunette nudie? Yes. It is not a great portion of the film. You don't really have to worry about it. But it is not for people under the age of 15. It is a remake of The Wasp Woman, one of the best Roger Corman films that came out in the 1950s. It involves a woman known as Janice Starlin, who has, through her beauty and her intelligence, created a cosmetic empire. But now she's getting old, and now the board of directors, do not wish to use her as the face of Starlin Enterprises. This is greatly wounding. This is upsetting. And this allows us to feel for her as a character. Until later, and then until the end, no spoilers. Is this a faithful remake of The Wasp Woman? Yes, it is. Did it deserve better reviews on the IMDb? Yes, it did. Are the special effects far superior to the 1950s version? Yes, they are. Do we get a lot of monster shots versus a few? Yes, we do. Is Jennifer Rubin, who plays the lead character, Janice Starlin, is she magnificent in the role? Absolutely. I mean, my heart was going out to her all the time. And she is both the victim and the villain in the film. But that's the equivalent of any film that is, shall we say, a lycanthropic film where somebody changes it. Look, it's in the title. I'm not giving you a spoiler. It's called The Wasp Woman. You can figure out what's going to go on. It's like the Wolfman. You know he's not going to be human throughout the entire dang film. So we know that Janice is not going to be human throughout the entire dang film. And boy, does she pull it off. There are some very rough CGI moments. Look, it's a 1995 movie. CGI was rough back then, if you were on a budget. And it is a remake of a 1950s horror film, so you're going to have a couple of rules that may be a bit challenging to people under the age of 39. The main rule you got to face off with from a monster movie in 1950s, actually the late 1930s up until about the 1970s, is if somebody sleeps with two people and they end up causing the demise of three people, they got to be gone by the end of the film. So, it's a remake of a monster movie. Things aren't going to go well for poor old Janice. But Jennifer Rubin was magnificent in her portrayal. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that she said herself that Wynorski, and I have not heard this about him from other actresses or other people who work from him, but she described him as a pig. Now, I don't know if that was the case or if he was just trying to get Jennifer Rubin to give a better performance and be a little bit more edgy in the moments in the film where her personality is changing because she has decided to take, shall we say, a medical risk. It's called The Wasp Woman. It involves wasp hormones. It involves injections. You can figure this out. I don't need to explain it to you. Do we have total sexiness in the film? Yes. Do we also have tender romance in the film? Yes, and that's very rare for a monster movie, so that's why I really like this one. Are the creature effects wonderful? With Janice in her transformed state, absolutely. Now, is the transformation itself good? I'm not going to lie. I warned you about the CGI. No. But bear with it. I mean, you also have good secondary characters portrayed by great character actors. Garrett Graham, okay? This guy was in Phantom of the Paradise. This guy has been in he was in Terror Vision. This guy's been in numerous things. And then, oh, look, for once in a horror movie, a monster movie, we get a brunette Italian looking final girl. Oh, thank God. Finally. Portrayed by Rocky DeMarco. Oh, hubba hubba. And for the ladies, you know, a lot of people nowadays who are under the age of 25, they are looking back to the 90s wistfully. And the ladies are looking back at the fashions of the 90s. Are you getting some fantastic 90s fashion? Oh, yes, you do. And it's very yummy. And the haircuts and the hairstyling is like, yeah. That's good for the ladies. And I'll tell you what, it's good for me, too. But just for a moment, let's go back to Jennifer Rubin, because I really enjoy her as an actress. She's been in numerous other things. This was pretty much the only monster movie, the true monster movie she was ever in. And she put everything into it. And it's very interesting that she was at an intermediary stage of actress age at this time. She's still young, still gorgeous. But it meant that her face was mature enough and had such wonderful bone structure that they could apply the middle age makeup onto her, and it was totally believable. Totally believable. And yet when she becomes her true young self, again, totally believable. And I think that is necessary for this type of movie, particularly during Halloween. We need to agree that we don't need the story to make total sense, but we need to have a little bit of believability in the way it is visually presented. So, do I recommend it? Yes, I do. Do I give it 4 out of 5 like Vi? No, I don't. But do I give it 3 out of 5, bearing in mind all the challenges of the production, the budget, the fact that it is based off a Roger Corman film, and Jennifer Rubin was not having a fun time on the set? Oh yeah, 3 stars, baby dolls. As Joe Bob would say, check it out. And I'll be back with you for another review later. Thanks to all subscribers. Thanks to all my friends. Thanks to everyone who loves a good horror or monster movie. Happy Halloween.